Hi, pretty boy. Hi, pretty boy. He is wallering on our chair. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. What you doing? What are you doing, buddy? You don't need to run off. You're not like that little boy. No. Hi, baby. Wind's starting to come up. Hi, baby. Hi, Forrest. Hi there, Forrest. How you doing, big boy? Oh my, if you aren't something. Look at you. I'd have a little static on the phone. I don't know, the wind's starting to blow. It's gonna blow quite a bit today. It's gonna be warm again, another day in the 70s. You can see where his antlers was. We gotta find those. We're gonna go do some looking. We gotta find them. But he's looking mighty good. But won't be long until won't anybody all around the country be seeing buck deer. They'll be seeing them, but they'll all look like girls. But you can look at him there eating that rye. This rye is getting pretty thick out here in places. You can look at it right here by the house. Pretty doggone thick. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Now, the whole yard could be like that. All I had to do is buy about a couple 100 pounds instead of a 50-pound bag. And that's little Buddy looking like a girl. And the other little forked horn buck, he's still got his antlers, but he's wilder than March here. He hasn't tamed down much at all. So when I came out, he skedaddled. Rattle skedaddled. He skedaddled. We've got a little bit later in the morning. And that is a big ball of fire in the sky. Yes, sir. Sun is up over the mountain. Just now starting to peek over the mountain. Little breeze, one thing we will have. We're really having early March weather already in February. And we've been having it pretty much the entire month. And you can look at the dock. Water just about perfect down there, running through the spillway perfectly. Another beaver had clogged it up, but Apache cleaned it out. I didn't have to go do that. Apache did it for me. Hi, Mr. Forrest. Hi, buddy. Hi, Forrest. Isn't he pretty? He's pretty without antlers, isn't he? He is a pretty boy. Named after Forrest Gump because he was crippled when he was born. The reason we raised him by a bottle. He couldn't walk. But he's turned into quite a deer. Quite a deer. Hey, buddy. Forrest. Hey, Forrest. Hi, Forrest. Hi, Forrest. 80 degrees today. Well, you look at the way that rye is growing. Golly, I wish I'd done my whole yard in that rye. Look at Forrest. That's what's a good thing about having that collar. Now you can see his down on his head with them zoomed in there all the way. You can see where those antlers were. Yeah. I haven't found either one of them yet, but I hadn't looked. Also, I've not found the antlers for little Buddy, and that's him right there. He's a little bit easier to recognize. Of course, Forrest is pretty easy too with a collar, but for some reason, and I don't know, I guess it's just an optical illusion. He seems to be eating the clover in between. No, I think he's eating rye, but he's pretty cute without those antlers. Doesn't look near as daunting, does he? But he doesn't look as large either. For some reason, he doesn't look as big as he does with the antlers. I guess all of that's just part of our mentality. We see a big buck, we think big body and all that. And you can see little Buddy, and he, of course, lost both of his last week, and I haven't found them yet at all. But I'll see the little deer that was here with them this morning. But here they are back out here eating right before dark. And the cool thing about these two guys is you can walk out here and look at them and talk, and they just enjoying. They don't care. They both of them act like they're eating that clover. That clover's greening up real good too. So some of that stuff is getting pretty doggone high. Grass is looking good. Look at that. Isn't that something? That is really good. Yeah, next fall. Next fall, we're going to buy. Doggone stuff was about $80. Oh, man, it was high. Somebody told me up in Nebraska it's like $20 a bag for 50 pounds. It must be a different kind of rye or something. I don't know. Okay, boys, y'all looking good. Oh, we have bucks. Yes, we do. We have bucks, and we have a buck that still got his antlers right there. Yes, sir. Got a lot of antlers. And I don't really know who that is. That's I think it may be TC up front. It's hard to tell. Take a little bit, look down through the bars. Take a look at this guy over here feeding. Might be Fat Boy. Some pretty heavy horns. I think only an 8-point, but I don't really think that's Fat Boy. I think Fat Boy's got a prettier 8-point than that. Chris and I have both been coughing and been congested for the last several days. I started giving her a little allergy pill. It might help. I take allergy pills every day, so I don't know where that guy went, but he's walking on. And only see two. One with weapons on his head and one without. Well, they're not staying in the yard very long. They're moving quite a bit. It's windy today. It's going to be even more windy and even warmer. That buck there is not really seeming to, I don't know if that's TC. It's just a big old buck. Got to start finding some sheds. I've been looking and hadn't been finding any. Which is not good. That's a big buck. Just hard to tell, but he definitely is. I could see where he had shed. And it's definitely not Forrest. Well, look over here. Wait a minute. There's that big guy down there getting a little water this morning. I think that big one out there walking without antlers is TC. Getting him a long, cool drink of water this morning. The water temperature is actually above 50, which is pretty amazing. I'm talking 55, not just barely 50, but above 50, which is amazing in February. And it's going to get even warmer the next 2 or 3 days. The bluegill are starting to come out of the grass and get up near the surface. Bass pretty much have not yet. But it's going to be an early spring. You go fishing a lot and expect to catch them and don't this time of the year because the water warms up and it takes a fish a little bit to react to that. But they will start reacting. The bluegill react first. I'm looking back over this way. You'll see 2 more antlerless. One of them is Forrest. And another is Buddy, I believe. No antlers on that head as well. That for sure is Forrest. No doubt about Forrest. He's got that telltale chartreuse necklace on, which I'll put a new one on since he doesn't have any antlers. My phone says, Jimmy, what am I supposed to focus on? All these phones supposed to have AI. Should be able to figure out on its own what it's supposed to focus on. Yeah, that's definitely a little Buddy right there, I believe. See that green tag? Born last year. It's his first antlers there. Where his first antlers was. They're laying out in the woods somewhere. And we'll find some of them. Probably will not find them all. If I can ever get Benelli to figure out that that's what I want, is her to pick those up and bring them to me. She runs right by them right now. She loves to fetch them when I throw them. And there's some antlers. Won't be seeing those too much longer. We'll see. I'd like to see Forrest is in my hand. Oh, he's way over there now. So we got 4 three antlerless, 1 antler right there. Looks awful nice, awful nice. All right, guys, gonna go down and get him another drink of water, he acts like. Oh, he's just gonna be ornery. gonna be ornery and chase people around because he's the only one that's got any ammunition left. We have two more big bucks showing up. One without, and that's a big old buck right there. And one with, and that's another big old buck right there. I don't think he's coming all the way into the feeder. He came in relatively close and then turned and headed the other direction. So we won't get a good look at him, but he's still got antlers. Squirrel. They get behind the trees, they stop. I don't know how they know to do that. It's happened to me a million times out hunting. But he's back there. This guy has, where'd he go? Well, I don't even know where that one went. He must have gone behind a tree as well. He was right there. And the other one was over there. Now we have deer across the road. Several over there. I think those are all does and fawns, looks like. Hard to tell for sure. The two deer I was watching close by had just simply gone behind a tree and stopped or walked on. I don't really know. Truck is hooked up to the boat. That's a good sign, guys and girls. I went fishing yesterday evening, the last hour before dark, while Chris was taking a nap. Had 2 bites. But one about 6 pounds, one about 6 inches. I actually saw both of them on the Garmin Life Scope before I caught them. Other than that, I didn't have a bite. Well, that guy disappeared right back in there somewhere. And he's just standing in one spot because I cannot see him. Well, as I look around and change angles, there's my buck out there, I think. Or is that a doe? I can't really tell. I can't tell if that's, yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. And my other deer is right there, which is a buck as well. So they were both behind the tree, and I couldn't see them, and I looked and looked and looked and waited and waited and waited. There's the reason I didn't see that guy. He went down there and laid down. And the other one is up here wondering where all the deer food is, and I can tell him. All his buddies ate it. There's been bucks and does there this morning. They don't leave a drop. It's hard to really see out there and tell, but that definitely. Yeah, once he turns a certain way, this squirrel buddy running around out there, once he turns a certain way, you can see those antlers. See them there? See them there? They're hard to see. You got to look closely. The feeder has just gone off. And I just kind of got a little bit different look at the deer over there by the feeder. I'm shooting right into the sun. My buddy, Mr. Forrest, was over there waiting for it to come off. He knew what time it was. He must be wearing a Rolex or something. Forrest is like me. He can't afford a Rolex. He's wearing what kind of watch am I wearing? I'm wearing an Elgin right now. Probably a $59 watch or something like that. Sometimes I wear some that's a little bit more expensive and sometimes some that's less. I have a Garmin, but I broke the band. I can't seem to get it fixed. I need to send them back to the good people up at Garmin. Let them fix it. It's a nice watch. About $500 one. But we got a big discount when Chris bought that watch for me several years ago. I've been through a couple bands on it. The watch works perfectly. Been through a soft band, a rubber band, and then a latch band, which I like better actually. But those are probably all bucks right there, except one fawn. There's a doe and a fawn there. I can see back behind a few more deer come walking up in the woods. That looks like another yearling coming up right there. It looks like another yearling coming up there to the left. Those are, I believe both of those are fawns. Might be a doe and a fawn. The fawns are getting so big this time of the year that Forrest says, Forrest, will you quit being so ugly? You get fed by hand and everything. You let those babies eat. While you're out there chasing those off, the other ones are eating all your food too, by the way, you big dummy. Look at that. What's he doing? You being ugly. I think that's TC. That wasn't Forrest. I don't think. I can't really tell. I'm looking into the sun. Y'all are looking into the sun too. Look at that. Look at that. Is that Forrest? Is that Forrest doing all that? No, I don't think. I think it's TC. That feeder throws that feed a long way out there. A long way out there. So they can't hardly guard the whole thing. Look at that lake back here. My goodness. And these spring-like temperatures. We are actually have the possibility of getting to 90 degrees today. Today. There's Forrest right there. So that wasn't Forrest being ugly. That was TC being ugly. There's a lot of deer come around. That feeder is definitely a deer call. Bucks and does both there, but mostly bucks. Mostly antlerless bucks. Mr. Forrest. We love Mr. Forrest. He's going to be a beauty this year. We hope the blue tongue or nothing nefarious catches him. All right, that's a beautiful shot. Right there. Look at that. Is that pretty or what? Well, there is Forrest and his father TC out there. Got a little fire going in the burn barrel because it's dead calm. We only burn when it's dead calm, but we do burn. One of the great things about living in the country, sometimes we have a burn ban here, but no burn ban on now. And it's dead calm, so everything's fine on that. Hi, Forrest. Hi, buddy. Hi, Forrest. Come here. I've got about a half a pound of carrots left in the bag. That's all I've got, but I want to try to see if I can't talk Mr. Forrest. There he is right there without his antlers. And his dad, TC, is right out there. I don't know why they're being so wild. Forrest is not. He's scooping up that South Fresh. It's late in the evening. It's dead calm. It's just absolutely gorgeously beautiful. I'm going to go out there and see if I can't get Forrest to eat this half a pound of carrots out of my hand. All right, get her going there. Come here, Forrest. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here, buddy. Come on up here, buddy. I got some carrots. Come on up here. Come on, it's okay. Don't worry about that fire. I think you don't get too close to the fire. There you go. There's one. I gotta have to get up here close. Can you believe it's February and I'm out here with shorts on? 80 some odd degrees today. I went out and caught some fish. Come here, Forrest. Come on, buddy. Come here. Hey. Well, everybody wants to see you up close without any antlers. Come on. Come on, pal. Come on. They just get a little wild. They run around in the wild. They are wild and they become wild deer. You can see he's still a beautiful boy. Benelli's sitting up on the porch like a great dog. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi there. You're not into loving, are you? Huh? You're not into loving. But you're definitely into carrots. Look over there, the white deer. White deer and see them there. There they are. The white deer and Rose. Forrest says, don't be giving any of those deer these carrots. I'll eat the whole half a pound. Got some more. I might feed some of the others some in the morning before I leave. You're getting after it, aren't you, boy? Huh? You don't want to be petted, do you? No, you don't want to be petted. No, you don't want to be petted. Come on up here close so everybody can get a good look at you. Come on up here close. Come on. Attaboy. Attaboy. Boy, you're a big boy. Not many people get this close to a big deer like you. Without any horns, though. You know, you're not dangerous anymore. He said, I could kick the fire out of you if I wanted to. But you don't want to, do you? No. So don't be petting me, Jimmy. I'm not into petting. That's about all I got left. I just had about half a pound, maybe 3/4. These are 2-pound bags that I buy. Grimsley Farms. Grimsley Farms. I believe I'm keeping them in business.
Aaron and his kids were down, and they brought a bunch of apples and fed the deer in the pens apples, so they enjoyed that a lot. Okay, you're down to the last one, buddy. There you go. That's it. That's all. That's all. Don't be sneezing on me. Look at him. He's going to back away. No carrots. That's it. Look at him. Isn't he pretty? He is a pretty boy, isn't he? Big, fat deer. Beautiful. Crippled when he was a baby. Had all of that injuries and everything. All of the problems that he had. And yet there he is, just as pretty as ever. Just as pretty as ever. Kind of unlevel here, Jimmy. Well, we were unlevel on that, but that's all right. We was just wanting to see Mr. Forrest. Beautiful deer. His daddy TC standing out there hadn't moved a bit. Standing right out there, has not moved a bit. Let's see. I don't know if I got him or not. I can't see it out there. It's got to be in the picture right there, doesn't it? Sure. Oh, man. Y'all have a great one. Remember, I sure do love you.